Guten Tag. We've made it to Germany.
So today we're at the biggest overlanding show in Europe.
Yeah,
and boy, it's big, eh?
It's called the Abentueuer and Allrad show, and it's in a place called Bad Kissingen. We've been calling it Bad Kissing. We were wrong. Yeah. But the road to get here was amazing.
Oh, incredible. It was 60 kilometres and 20 castles along the way. And you just didn't know it. You can drive either side. It's along the river...
The Rhine.
The River Rhine. And I suppose that's probably your hardest bit to choose, which side of the river you go on.
Yeah, and which way. But yeah, absolutely. That one's got to go on your road trip bucket list. It was incredible. So we got to Bad Kissingen last night. We tried to get into the campground. It was full.
Yeah, but the good thing was they sent us to where the parking was, so it was free camping anyway.
Yeah.
But well, that was amazing as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then we got into the park up this morning, and honestly, you should see some of the vehicles.
Yeah, from big to small to like old to new, like there's just
every
I've never
variety,
seen
like full luxury to basic fit outs.
Yeah.
Just amazing. So, but we've got to this show, so I guess we better show you around.
I'll tell you what, I love this idea. The whole van has been done out and it's got these holes, so they've just put like a black liner behind it and then the holes in it, so you can put like a bungee through the middle and then just bungee anything to it. But the whole van's done like it. It's all the kitchen cabinets, all the walls, everything. But the other thing is, we're coming to shows like this, it puts your basic DIY van builds to shame, really. I'm not really a car man, but these new cars, I love them. They're little Suzuki Jimneys. If there's any car that I could get, I reckon I'd get one of these. I'd love to get one, do a little micro camper on it. Little pop-top tent on the roof. I think it'd be brilliant.
I've got our next build sorted. Look at this little beauty. Micro camper to the max. I've always wanted a vintage mini. What do you reckon, boy? Vintage mini with pop-top tent? I think it'd be pimp.
Tell you what a place this is.
Unreal. Like, you go around every corner, you're like, oh, look at this. Oh, look at that.
But I'll tell you what, you can see why overlanders cost so much more money anyway, because you think you've bought the vehicle and that's like the most expensive part done, but before you even start to get kitting out the inside, you spend a fortune on the actual base vehicle. Like, they change everything. They change diffs, springs, like
seats, seat covers, gearbox cover thingies.
Yeah, like protection bits everywhere, and it's just incredible what they actually turn them into, really.
Yeah, so they turn them into machines.
I don't think our Defender's going to be like that anyway.
Yeah, she's going to be a beast, but just maybe not quite as high.
Just more of a standard beast, anyway.
Yeah. But we found this lovely little spot. They've got this four-wheel drive track that goes around here, and you can pay to drive one yourself, which is €15, and you can drive like one of those massive overlanding beast trucks, or you can have a go-in one, like, and they drive you around. And that's only €2. So
yeah, so it's pretty good, isn't it? Yeah.
So we're just having a little snack and watching them all go by. So this is the plan for the Sainsbury's van. Now, she's a little bit longer and she's a bit lower, but bear with me. You're gonna get nice belly lockers, door up all cool on the side, the windows, round the other side she's got some cool drop down steps, but let's have a look inside because that's where the money's at. Look how cool this is. So you've got a kitchen here, little door there, all this storage here, And then we hadn't thought of this, but this is genius. So you crawl through to your cab, just here, and you crawl through the bathroom, which gives you way more room for your shower. Way more room for your shower and your toilet. And you've got like your drying space for things when they're wet and everything like that. And then you get a real comfy sit-in area just here. And then because they're so much wider, you can then get your full-size bed across the back. This is pimp, this is.
What day?
I am puffed. There is a cold beer in our fridge at the campsite waiting for me, and it has my name on.
But, what a place to come. The only thing I would say is it's not really for your DIYers.
DIY self-build.
Probably the only thing we could probably afford here is the accessories section with the max tracks and bits like that. But, but yeah, a lot of them are for sale here, and they're about 200,000 to 300,000 for some of the big ones. Which,
just wild.
Yeah, but again, I can see how it like costs that though.
Oh,
because
God, yeah.
just like something as simple as a fuel tank would be like £1,000 for like stainless steel fuel tank, wouldn't it? So
it's mad to think that people are driving around in something that costs more than like a house to buy.
Yeah,
but anyway, so there is apparently some bands playing in the campsite tonight, so we might have to go and check those out. Pretend that we're wild and fun. But first, let's get back and have a little rest day.
Marcos Lamelo. So schlecht sind wir nicht. Driving on my head's head on the wheel. And my hand it turns my heel.
Morning.
Morning. So we didn't really film much last night because we were
knackered.
Yeah, after about, I think it was about 6 hours we walked around that show for, and it's brilliant. Really glad we went.
So good.
Yeah.
I tell you what though, we aren't people who usually say you need to go to any show for more than one day.
Yeah.
That place, I honestly think it'd be worth going, especially because your camping fee, which is €25, that's for all 4 days.
Yeah.
So you've got to pay to enter, but you can buy a ticket. I think it's only like double the price to go for the whole time. So
yeah, well normally we go to a show and I'm done in like half an hour. We walk around it, we're done, ready to go, aren't we? So, but no, that was incredible. And even just the campsite, definitely recommend going to the campsite because there's nearly as well. There's probably more vehicles in the campsite, and everybody wants you to look in it. Like you ask someone, oh, can we have a look? Oh yeah, they love it, don't they?
Yeah.
Like as we would as well. So. Yeah,
I enjoyed all the people going past our girl, checking out our surfboard rack and our cool little steps and stuff. I was like, John, someone's checking her out, someone's checking her out. It's
although
like,
I would say we were like the oddballs because I don't think there was any other 2-wheel drives there, was there? Like I can't believe how many 4-wheel drives there are in Germany. It's just incredible.
well, and like the big beastie trucks.
Yeah.
So.
Where they go, I don't know.
Yeah. So this morning we're off to Baden-Baden, which is a Roman spa town. And it is a glorious day today. So what better than a lovely 2.5-hour drive through the countryside. we've made it to Baden-Baden. So far, not too bad. Busy. Just give me 5, yeah? So, we thought we'd tell you a few fun facts. Firstly, about Baden-Baden.
Wait there. You tell him the facts. I don't know the facts.
Yeah, he doesn't know the facts. I've primed him with a fact. It's all right. He's got a fact for you at the end.
Well,
So-
let me get it out now before I forget it then.
You tell him your fact.
I'll tell
You
him the
your
fact. So, Germany has the most people that own motorhomes in Europe. Is that right?
Yeah, most, like the highest population.
There you
of
go, there's
people,
my fact.
percentage of population. So, my facts are, Baden-Baden has actually had a garrison here, a Roman garrison here since the 3rd century. And it's here because of the thermal waters. So it's like an old spa town, and all the Roman soldiers used to come here to like heal their wounds and ease their sore muscles and things after a battle. I think that's so cool. It's definitely like that kind of vibe, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, we just went into that building just then that we showed you, and like there's a tap in the middle of it, and the water coming out of it. It's like hot water out your tap. It's unbelievable, and that's what's coming out the ground.
So that's what they used to come here to heal their wounds with.
So Baden-Baden, let's do the review, eh?
She's good and good.
She's a good one.
It's absolutely gorgeous. You're looking for a little romantic European getaway. I think this might be your little town.
Yeah, well,
beautiful.
it's immaculate as well, eh?
Oh, just not a piece of rubbish anyway. But we have to say, we've noticed that across Germany. Like, we're driving down the Autobahn today, which is a motorway, if you don't know. Not even like a scrap did we see.
Yeah.
Hey?
Well, I always remember my mum and dad when we used to live here saying that it was always immaculate, no rubbish about or anything like that. And
Yeah.
I don't think the Germans mess about though, eh?
They don't seem to mess about.
Yeah.
They seem to just get on with stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this town, you've got beautiful buildings, lovely little town with nice restaurants. Obviously, you've got the spas that you can go to. Not so much John's kind of thing, just sitting around for
Well,
hours.
not at the minute because it's lovely weather, but in the winter, like it'd be beautiful to come here in the winter and go to them
Go in the
spas
hot
anyway.
spas,
Yeah.
ease your, is it ease your aches and pains?
Yeah,
and things
ease all
away.
them baddens.
Yeah, ease them baddens. But yeah, absolutely. Looking for a little weekend getaway. You're right on the heart of the Black Forest here as well. So yeah, get after it.
I think Jess is trying to pull my leg as well.
Why?
I don't know whether to believe her or not.
What are you
because
on about?
Everyone's walking around with ice cream, and I just said, I think we should get some cake. So she said, this is where Black Forest Gatto comes from, because we're near the Black Forest.
Yeah, we're on, like this town is like the big town in the Black Forest.
But that doesn't mean that Black Forest Gatto came from
Right,
here.
we're going to bust out Google and we'll come back to you. Are you ready? Some historians say the cake dates back from the 1500s when chocolate first became available in Europe. More specifically, its birthplace would have been the Black Forest region of Germany. Boom. You were wrong.
Still don't believe her. So that's got us thinking now that where does cake originate from? So we've got a couple more for you.
Yeah. So, Victoria sponge, John's favourite, is because Queen Victoria used to love it with her afternoon tea. She'd always have it.
Yeah, and then we Googled Battenberg.
Yeah. And that was made as a wedding gift for Prince Louis of Battenberg and Princess Victoria. It's actually from Battenberg in Germany. Germany is on point with their cakes.
Yeah, right, and let's just Google where Spotted Dick comes from, Jess.
Hey Siri, where does Spotted Dick come from?
The answer I found is United Kingdom.
Of course it's the UK. I've had to put John on a timeout. The dessert chat descended to all new depths and became super inappropriate. But we are off on a super fun mission and I'll tell you all about it when we get there. But meanwhile, we have a beautiful drive through the Black Forest. Are you ready to get down and dirty?
Are we back on that conversation then, are we?
Oh, for God's sake. We've made it to Mehliskopf, which is usually a ski resort, but in the summer they do downhill karting, downhill karting and tobogganing.
But it's 4:15 and they shut at 6, so we best get a wriggle on it.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be good anyway. We're on these little bikes, these little beauties, and the rope's pulling us up to the top, and then we've got to go down the hill. So I'll wait for Jess, and then we'll smoke her. You want?
Yeah.
It's fun.
What a blast.
The only thing is, I was going down one-handed because I didn't have a GoPro mount that fitted, so it was a bit hairy all the way down anyway.
And I did have a bit of a crash, but I saved myself, it was fine. Right, next, toboggans. You ready for round 2, Johnny boy?
I'm at the back, I'm steering, there's no way I'm letting her loose on this. She crashed on the last one.
Not crash, just came off the track a little bit.
Oh yeah, just came off the track. That's not crashing.
Let's do this.
What I like about this as well is like, the bloke told us, he's sort of half English, like telling us what's going on, but they were just like, yeah, crack on. And like GoPros, whatever, like if this was in England, it'd be like, no GoPros, no laughing too loudly, like you just wouldn't be able to do anything.
They said, go as fast as you want.
Yeah.
That's what we like.
I'm not braking, by the way.
Oh, I gotta hold on.
Oh my God. Oh God.
Oh my God! I am flat out. I can say who I am now. I'm not joking. I've just stayed 25 minutes for the person in front. We've had to stop because we got too close to the people in front because John's mental.
No brakes.
Okay, go. Good. This is incredible. Again.
Let's go again. So I've just asked the bloke, do you have to brake going down? And he said, it's possible. So you know what we're doing, don't you? No brakes.
If I die, I love you, everyone.
This ain't going to go well because the people in front of us are going far too slow for my liking.
I've got my hand up.
Are you ready for this?
Oh, no! Well, that was a blast. Has to be done.
How much?
450 ago. Best 450 I've been in my life.
Brilliant.
Even if I've lost my voice completely. So seeing as we've started rating things out of 10, what does that get, boy?
That was a 20, that was. That was some of the most fun I've had in a long time. That was brilliant. The only thing is, I wish we could just like come back and just go all day.
Every day.
Yeah, that was brilliant. Well, gotten over that anyway. That was absolutely brilliant. That.
So good.
Yeah, I wish
So
we could
good.
do that in England, but we just had a quick look. In Wales, it was like 3 times the price, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, they have like, it's called the Forest Coaster or something, but yeah,
yeah.
3 times.
But where we are, we're in the Black Forest at the minute, and in the winter, this is all like ski resorts. Like, it's incredible to think
Yeah.
that in winter this is covered in snow. Like,
and then it
crazy.
was like, I don't know, about 28 today.
Yeah.
Glorious sunshine.
So, but we found a little park up anyway. We haven't got many epic park ups on this trip yet. We've had a couple of good ones, but not the Aussie ones or some French ones we've had anyway.
Yeah,
so.
but none that have made our top 10. I would
Yeah,
say.
yeah. But hopefully we'll find some anyway.
So, spaghetti bolognese for dinner?
Spaghetti bolognese, I reckon, has got to be the best meal in the world. If I was on death row, I reckon I'd have prawn cocktails to start with, then spaghetti bolognese, then apple crumble and ice cream. What would yours be?
I honestly don't know. Anyone who knows me knows I am obsessed with food. And I just love too many
You got to
different
pick.
foods.
Play the game.
I can't pick.
Play my game.
Oh God, okay, if I had to pick, I think starters I'd go garlic prawns, but I don't know if I'd do garlic prawns as in like the Italian like tomato sauce ones, or the Australian like creamy garlic prawns. I think I'd probably have to go that. And then for my main, see, you're making me decide though. It depends what kind of mood I'm in. It could be a whole list.
Just pick 3. You'd be dead by now.
I pick a buffet.
You'd be dead by now.
I pick a buffet.
A buffet. That's a cop out.
I can order a buffet.
No, you can't.
I can
You
say
have one meal,
I
not a
can say
buffet.
I'm going to die tomorrow. You need to take me
No.
to a buffet.
You committed murder. You're not, you're not getting any buffet.
And then dessert. Either something chocolatey or like a spongy pudding with custard. So like Christmas pudding and custard, golden syrup pudding and custard. But then you can't beat the chocolatey stuff, can you? So, I don't know. I'd have a lot of time to think about it if I was on death row.
You'd be dead.
Shut up and eat your spaghetti. Good morning. No.
No, I was just about to say no. Good job you said no. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Morning, everyone.
Good morning.
That's a bit better, Jess.
Downhill. I'm much better downhill. But we come out for a walk this morning and boy, is it beautiful here, right?
Yeah, well, I've come a bit weird. I like trees as well as birds again now.
I know, I've made it more like
trees.
soft and fluffy.
But if you've never done wild camping, the best thing about it is if you're ever at home, if you ever wake up in the morning sometimes and think, oh, what day is it? You know what I mean? You can't remember where you are or anything like that. Well, when you do that wild camping, you wake up and the first thing you see is what you see here. It's just unbelievable, isn't it?
It's amazing. Sounds really lame, right? But when we're wild camping, like you wake up in the morning and genuinely like want to open your eyes to see where you are. And admittedly not when you're in like a car park or something, because we don't always get a lovely wild spot. But yeah, it's so lovely. But on that note, I think we're going to have to leave you there for this week because we've run out of time.
Yeah.
So make sure you come back next week. We're still going to be in Germany.
Maybe.
Well, yeah, maybe. And we've got some cool things to show you. So we'll see you then.